We are a very small, comfortable travelers group, and I heard you come from all over the states in the United States, very far across the ocean. So my very warm welcome to you all. Please enjoy, please relax now in our tour bus. I will be your tour manager for the next 8 days, especially to celebrate the very important Reformation Day now, the big Jubilee. I think you will enjoy it at the historical places, and I will help you, and I will invite you to participate all these beautiful sites and places where we want to meet with all other people coming from all over the world. It is during the whole year in Germany, people come from abroad to remember the historical events about Reformation and about the 16th century and the change in Central Europe. I think you personally, with your family history far away from Europe, you very often you have some old reliance to your family where they started their life. Going away from Central Europe and just to start life in the United States. So this will be a very good opportunity to visit the local historical places. Yeah, okay. Here in Germany we have a tourist agency called Biblical Tours, and we cooperate together with Pilgrim Tours in the United States, where you are familiar with. And Biblical Tours, it is an ecumenical organization, so we have Christians from all over the world to visit places all over Europe and with Christian history. And so I'm very happy to join you and to invite you to visit here my country, where I am born and where I live. And I want to explain you, and I want to invite you to the very huge and beautiful history of Central Europe. And the history of Central Europe is, of course, relied with the Reformation period, you know. My name is Hermann Josef Haas. So I have a long first name, Hermann Josef, but please call me Joseph. It's easier. Haas is my family name. It's H-A-A-S, Haas. And we live actually with my small family. I'm married, my wife and my now adult daughter. We just live in the southern parts, in the suburbs of the capital, in Berlin. And so I come to meet you here in the center of Germany, in Frankfurt, to start our tour. Indeed, I was born here in the area, not far from Frankfurt, so I'm very familiar with the history and Germany as a whole country. And it is very important now to realize that all Germans, we are reunited from the year 1990, so it's just a generation away. We really succeed in this big hope to change history, and we could reunificate Germany. And you will see on many places all the things happened around this so-called peaceful revolution in Germany. Okay, we'll see later about history on our way to Worms. And this afternoon we want just to visit very historical towns, two historical towns. It is Worms and Mainz. There should be another town called Speyer, and there should be another town called Cologne. All these four big towns, Cologne, Speyer, Worms and Mainz, these are towns along a very special river. It is the very famous river Rhine. Yeah, Rhine River. Maybe you will imagine one day you will go along the river Rhine by a river boat. It's as beautiful as to drive the boat along the Mississippi. I'm sure about it. So along this river, this is a very historical developing line. Along this river, human settlements started in Central Europe, along the river Rhine, of course. And probably you may remember the first who settled there, and there was a a big frontier, a big border between empires, and of course the Roman Empire, yeah, with all their soldiers, the Roman Empire came until the border of the river Rhine. And then more than 500 years later, after the Roman Empire, please imagine now, we are now in a time, actually 400 years after Reformation. And I tell you just a moment, 400 years about Roman Empire. This was around the year 800, 900. So these towns, Worms, Speyer, Mainz, Cologne, they redeveloped. And these were very important towns called the so-called bishops' towns. And we have the first, most beautiful big cathedral buildings in Romanesque style. So this afternoon we will see the big cathedral in Worms and the big cathedral in Mainz. These two places are very clearly linked with the Reformation, because Martin Luther, as the Reformator, he had to meet the German Emperor Charles V at that time, in the year 1521, and we will meet the place where this meeting took place in time. It is Worms. And then if we have time, or if you like, in the late afternoon, I just will give you an idea of the most beautiful cathedral in Mainz. And this place, Mainz, was one of the places the local bishop responsible for Martin Luther as a monk. Yeah. So Martin Luther's bishop, he had to work in Mainz. So this town Mainz is also interesting for our trip on this day. So you know, all those towns are very clearly related with the Reformation period and with the meeting at the Diet of Worms, the so-called Diet of Worms, in 1521. And we will have a look now on our way to Worms. We'll drive around 50-60 minutes, and we'll arrive there to spend some time. I think probably you may call me if you are hungry or thirsty. When we arrive, we can have a lunch rest, if you like. If you want to find some drinks on our way or the next days, the bus is well prepared. We have in the middle of the bus, we have a refrigerator with water, sprinkling water, and without gas. You can always find a bottle of water and some other drinks for €1 a piece. I can bring you. Please ask me about your needs. So for the moment, I just want you to enjoy this trip. We are on the motorway. We are away from the big airport. We travel in a very huge and big valley. This valley is on both sides. Probably you will find a little range of little hills on both sides. Later we'll see. And this huge valley is, of course, the valley of the river Rhine. Okay, so please enjoy now our trip to Worms. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you.